And welcome to Table Talk. I'm your host, Karen Wilson. My guest today is from the Warren County 4-H program. Her name is Miss Emily Mote. Welcome to the show, Emily.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Well, awesome. We've got a lot of fun things to talk about. Happy to hear that some of the camps are opening back up this summer in 2021. You know, 4-H has got a long history in our region. Lots of people grew up participating in the 4-H program, going to camp, looking forward to 4-H camp. How has the camp experience changed over the years?
So throughout the years, our camp managers are always looking for ways to add new programming, update facilities, and just bring in activities that are becoming really popular or trending with today's youth. Especially at York, which is where we in Warren County camp. Some new things that they have added within the past 5 years. We have brought paddle boards to the lake, so now 4-Hers can not only canoe and kayak, but they get that paddle boarding experience. During camp, they have now decided to open the zip line, which is my favorite part of junior 4-H camp. So now those 4th and 5th graders, they get to face those fears of heights and zip line. And then they've also recently expanded upon the rifle range at our 4-H camp location. They've put in a really nice covered pavilion, so that way whether it is a sunny day, windy, or it's raining outside with no thunder, the kids are able to still visit the rifle range. So those are just a few of the things that they have done throughout the past 5 years.
Yeah, that's great to see them, the program kind of expanding, much more than just making a leather bracelet, which I'm sure you may still do all those fun things.
We still do those traditional leather crafts. They can visit the woodworking shop and make a router board or a birdhouse. Of course, we still have the t-shirt shop where they can airbrush or tie-dye, and I'm sure in the future they're probably looking into adding those different types of tie-dyeing, the non-traditional using bleach and things like that, because that's definitely really popular with our youth today.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear, you know, and then you've got, of course, we'll talk about that in a minute, some specialty camps coming up, but there's lots of different opportunities to attend camp, and some of them are day camps that you have coming, and some of them last just a couple of days. Let's start with the first one, the Junior 4-H camp. Tell us about that.
So this year, our Junior 4-H camp is being held in a day camp format. Traditionally, we would be spending the entire week, but just because of everything that we are currently facing with COVID, we felt to offer the best camping experience this year for our 4th and 5th grade 4-Hers, a one-day event was the best route. 4-Hers here in Warren County have the opportunity to attend Junior 4-H camp on Wednesday, June 9th. And like I mentioned earlier, we camp at the Clyde York facility in Crossville. Registration for this camp is currently ongoing. And since it's a one-day event, it's a lot cheaper this year. This year's registration fee is $60, which will encompass all activities that they do, all meals, transportation. Plus, the staff at York have put together really nice take-home backpacks for the kids. So while we're at camp, they're going to get to tie-dye a t-shirt, so everybody will have somewhat matching t-shirts to take home. We are going to be doing a leather craft that they can make bracelets, keychains. It'll be up to them. And then they are going to be participating in some of those staple camp activities, like hanging out at the lake and canoeing or kayaking. We're going to go zip lining. We are going to do some sort of shooting sports. Not for sure if it'll be archery, not for sure if it'll be rifle range, just kind of depend on what support I have with me that day at camp.
So that's a lot of activities in one day. That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am. We will be moving, we will be going. We're not going to give the kids a lot of downtime. Of course, we will have time for them to play gaga ball, which is the most popular recreational sport we have at camp. but we are going to constantly have them moving and have them doing.
Well, you're going to have to tell us what Gaga Ball is because I have no idea.
Oh, it is a big thing at 4-H camp. It takes place in an octagon-shaped ring that comes up to about the camper's waist. You use the kickball. The kickball stays on the ground at all times, and you can only touch it with your hands. The best way I can explain it is it's like dodgeball, except on the ground. Our 4-Hers could spend hours in the Gaga Ball pit because they are that competitive and love it that much. And I have to admit, I'm pretty competitive too, and I love to get in the Gaga Ball pit and take on some of them. Yes, they're a lot better than I am, but I still have fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yes,
reminds me of those shows with the courses and things like that.
It's kind of something like that. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
Okay, so we've covered the 4-H camp or the junior 4-H camp. Let's talk about Pioneer Camp, which happens at a place not too far from home. We've talked about memories at Camp Woodley. What adventures do campers experience at Pioneer Camp?
So this is actually brand new for us, and it is open to any 7th through 10th grader here in the central region. And we are going to be doing activities. We're going to be teaching our 4-Hers that attend how to fly fish and tie flies. For that, we're going to be incorporating more shooting sports. We'll have a morning of archery, a morning of rifle, and we are looking at seeing if it's possible for us to bring in some trap throwers so our kids can shoot trap if they've never done that before, or if they are experienced in shooting trap, get to improve their skills. We're also trying to plan an opportunity for our kids to go through Hubbard's Cave, which is right there by Camp Woodley, learn a little bit about the history of the cave, some of the cave environment and things like that. In the afternoons, each day we have different water activities planned. One afternoon we're going to spend about 4 hours kayaking on the Caney. Another afternoon we're going to build a huge water slide, which I have been informed is a Camp Woodley tradition. In the evening after dinner, we're going to make our desserts over the campfire, do some Dutch oven cooking. The kids are going to get to practice axe throwing, which has become super popular with all ages. They're also going to have the chance to make rope, as well as just a lot of different hands-on outdoor educational activities and safety activities.
Well, you can read the excitement in my face. Do you need volunteers for this? This sounds so fun.
I may need some help. I am actually one of the co-chairs for Pioneer Camp, so I am getting to sit in on that committee, plan our schedule, and make those contacts to help bring in programming, and I may need some more females because right now it's looking like I'm going to be the only one there.
Okay. That sounds like so much fun. As you said, this is going to take place over 2 or 3 days, you said?
Yes, ma'am. This Pioneer Camp is currently our only overnight camping opportunity that we are offering. It'll take place July 6th through the 9th. So they will check in the afternoon of July 6th. We'll have 2 full days of programming and activities, and in the morning of July 9th after breakfast is when we will dismiss campers.
Okay, so that would be overnight. Camp Woodley is more of a rustic camp, so kids would need to be prepared for that, I guess. And you have a full list of items that they would need. Talk about, let's see how much it is to do Pioneer Camp. Since it's multiple days, it's a little bit more.
Yes, ma'am. So to attend Pioneer Camp, that camping fee is $175. That covers all meals, that covers all programming materials like our shooting sports items, our items to fly fish, as well as includes the fee for our kayaking trip. So they are not going to have to pay anything additional to do any of those activities. It is just a flat $175. And since this is our first year to do this, we are limiting Pioneer Camp to 20 male campers and 20 female campers. And I did check this morning, and we currently have 1 male camping spot left available, but we have 13 female camping spots left available. So any of my 7th through 10th grade ladies that are out there, if you want to come spend a few days with us at Pioneer Camp. You do not have to have any experience in any of the activities that we are doing. We are just encouraging you to get outside with us and try some of those things.
Well, you and I were talking before the show started how all of these adventure and survival shows are so popular right now, and what a great opportunity to experience some of those things in a safe environment.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's well supervised, and so what a great opportunity. And you talked about the central region. That includes Van Buren, White, Warren, Grundy, all the areas except Cumberland, we said, is in a different region. But if you're viewing this show, chances are you're in the central region in Cannon 10.
Yes, and if you are not in Warren County and you're viewing this show, the 4-H agents in your county have received information about Pioneer Camp. If you reach out to them, they can give you more details, and they can even go ahead and get your 4-Hers signed up for this. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that sounds like a blast. Okay, so let's go to another camp. We've got, which this is very interesting, Mystery of Dairy Day Camp. Of course, we've got an electric camp we're going to talk about too, but tell us what the Mystery Dairy Day Camp is.
So this is a half-day camp that will take place over the course of 3 different days that is geared towards current 4th and 5th graders in Warren County. And the reason why we decided to do a dairy theme is here in Tennessee, June is Dairy Month for us. So we have a really strong partnership with the Tennessee Dairy Alliance, and we're always looking for new and different ways to, of course, get our 4-Hers to continue incorporating or to incorporate more dairy into their diet, but also learn about the dairy industry because it is such an integral part of Tennessee agriculture. The neat thing about this day camp is we are going to be doing multiple different activities throughout the week. We have a day dedicated strictly to cooking. We have a day dedicated to science and crafts with dairy. And then we're going on a field trip the final day of our day camp.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I can remember being on the dairy judging team, and we loved judging the ice cream.
Yes.
The cheese, cottage cheese, not so much. Of course, we were young. Now I love cheese, but that was a lot. And you've got multiple things going on to hit each thing, from cooking to, like you said, science, crafts, things like that.
Yes, ma'am.
And most of that is here in Warren County locally, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Our Mystery of Dairy Day Camp will take place in the early voting room of the County Administrative Building over on Locust Street. To sign up for this day camp, we are doing a 1-day sign up on May 24th. Because of how small our room is and how much spacing we're going to have to do, this day camp is open to the first 10 4th and 5th graders to sign up. So if your 4-Her is interested in doing this event, May 24th is your day to get them registered for this day camp.
Okay, good deal. And then I was impressed that it's the 30th anniversary of the Roadshow Electric Camp, which sounds really interesting. Regional camp, there again, open to the whole region. What is an electric camp like?
So every year it's a little bit different. They really focus on teaching the kids different aspects of electricity. Some years they are building lamps. Other years they are building devices to detect the voltage of wall outlets and things like that. This year they have 5 different sessions or stations, if you will, that they're going to get to rotate through. They're going to learn a little bit about robotics. They're going to learn about drones, not only how to operate them, but they're also going to touch on some laws and regulations with drone usage, because using drones in everyday life is becoming more popular, even in certain commercial sectors of business.
Yes.
They're going to learn a little bit about electric motors, not just the different parts of the electric motors, but also how the electromagnetism makes a motor run and work. They're also going to learn about electrical safety, how to handle downed wires and things like that. So no matter what and no matter what situation, they can be safe. And then the kids are going to participate and compete in a virtual reality challenge. So we'll have a team, they'll be given a scenario, and they will have to kind of work through that scenario with different items that have been provided for them.
That sounds really interesting, especially for a kid who's kind of into those kind of scientific things.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
even if they're not, what a great experience to open that world up to them.
Yes, the great thing about this camp is it is for 6th through 8th graders, so they will get to go a little bit more in depth, and we're covering such a broad topic. You know, you might not be into robotics and you're really into drones, but this could be your opportunity to explore the world of robotics, or you might be more on that mechanical side of the your electrical interest with motors and things like that. So you're getting a taste of different aspects that fall under that umbrella.
Yeah. That's an awesome opportunity, and like you said, open 6th through 8th grade,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
And it is regional.
Yes, ma'am. Current 6th through 8th graders, and it is open to anybody in the central region. So just like Pioneer Camp, those 4-Hers in Grundy, White, Coffee, neighboring counties are able to attend, and their local 4-H agents have information for electrical camp as well.
Okay, good deal. So we've talked about so many dates and things like that. We might give a quick run through of all of that. And of course, if you don't remember, and that's okay. If you don't, you can always call Miss Emily at the 4-H Extension office, and she'll go through all that with you. But let's go back through the dates that we have deadlines coming up.
Yes, ma'am. So that very first one is our Junior 4-H Camp, which is open to Warren County current 4th and 5th graders. This camp will take place on June 9th. Registration is currently ongoing. It actually opened up April 21st, and we are still taking sign-ups for that. Our sign-up for this camp will close May 26th. So you do have roughly about 2 more weeks to get your 4th and 5th graders signed up for this camp. The fee for Junior 4-H Camp is $60. That next camp is Pioneer Camp, which is scheduled for July 6th through 9th. Registration for that camp is currently ongoing as well, so they can stop by the extension office and get their 4-Hers signed up. Registration for Pioneer Camp will close May 24th.
Okay.
We are looking for 13 more females. I'm going to give that plug again. Our Mystery of Dairy Day Camp registration will be 1 day only on Monday, May 24th. So if you do want your 4-Her to be one of those 10 that get to do the Mystery of Dairy Day Camp, sign-ups are May 24th. That camp will run Tuesday, June 22nd through Thursday, June 24th, and it'll be a morning of each one of those days camp. Then that last camp that we have is our 4-H Electric Camp. It will take place on Monday, June 14th. Registration for Electric Camp is currently ongoing as well, and we will close sign-ups for that camp June 1st.
Okay. Wow, Emily, I don't see how you keep up with all that, but how many amazing opportunities for kids all throughout the summer. So if for one camp you may be on vacation or something, there's plenty of other opportunities to attend camps.
Yes, ma'am, there are.
Let's talk to the audience, I guess, about sponsoring kids for attendance in 4-H camps, because for some kids that may be a little bit difficult. It's hard to come up with, especially if you've got 2 or 3 children, to afford all of that, although they are very reasonably priced. Are there opportunities for people to sponsor kids going to 4-H camp?
So there is always that opportunity for you to work with a 4-Her that you know in the community who may need a little bit of help and help cover those costs. I am currently working on securing some sponsorship for anyone interested in attending electric camp. I'm not for sure how much that scholarship or sponsorship would be, but I am trying to secure that for those interested in electric camp.
Right. Okay. Like you said, some of them have scholarships, but if that time is past, call Miss Emily. She'll be happy to talk to you about if 4-H is near and dear to your heart as you went through the program growing up, or you had children, grandchildren. What a great opportunity to contribute to kids still being able to attend and go. Lots of fun activities, and all of those things come with a small fee. So, well, thank you, Emily. You have been so informative. I'm excited. Like, I wish I could still go to camp. Maybe I'll volunteer. I'm just not sure. That sounds sounds like fun, though.
We are always looking for volunteers throughout the year. And like you mentioned, if at any time parents, you have questions about anything we discussed today or about 4-H in general, you can always give me a call at 473-8484.
Okay, good deal, Emily. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it so much. And I want to thank our viewers for watching again this week. We hope you have a safe, healthy, and happy week to come so you can join us again for more Table Talk.